Hey, Mark Hunter here, the Sales Hunter podcast. And how are you doing on your closing ratio? Do you have a clear call to action? Are you even converting? That's the topic of today's The Sales Hunter podcast, and the show begins right now.
You're listening to the Sales Hunter podcast with Mark Hunter, where the focus is to help you as a sales leader sell with confidence and integrity. And now here's your host.
Okay, let's talk about this. What's your close ratio look like? Are you clear on your call to actions along the way? Are you even converting the customer? Hey, as you know, I've been going through a series of podcasts here, breaking down what I kind of call the 7 C's. And this is the last C, convert. And you see, I've even added a couple more C's in there, but it's really all a part of convert. And let me tell you what I'm talking about here. We can't close anybody until we first convert them. But in order to convert them, we have to be clear, because this is why so many deals just bounce around the top and they never come through. We have a value prop that we like. We like our value prop, but the problem is the customer doesn't like it, and we fail to understand. Just this morning, I was talking to a salesperson, great business, great plan, and great value prop, but they weren't closing sales because it's not lining up with what the customer is looking for. You see, here's the whole situation. I want you to look at it this way. We have to convert the customer, but you know what? The customer actually has to convert us. Whoa, what did he just say? Yeah, the customer actually has to convert us, because our value prop can never be the same. You see, we have to go downstream with our value prop. And in order for us to go downstream, we got to understand, what are the customer's challenges? What are they dealing with? And we can only begin to put on the table a value prop when they have shared with us enough of that information. Now, if you're not clear on this, I want you to go back and check out the 7 previous podcasts I've done on this, because it breaks down each one of the 7 C's. You see, here's what happened. A lot of our call to actions are nothing more than just asking the customer to do something. Hey, show up for this meeting, do this, buy this, or even buy this. But problem is, they stop engaging with us because we haven't converted them. I want you to take this opportunity to ask yourself, is the challenge I'm solving for the customer one of their top 1 or 2 issues? And if it's not one of the top 1 or 2 issues, they're not going to move forward. I incurred this just yesterday. Just yesterday, I was working to close a deal, good sized deal. I really wanted it. But it's very clear that I was not able to convert the customer because I wasn't on one of their top 1 or 2 priorities. They had a couple of other priorities that they need to get through first. Now, what does this mean? Okay, so I got a call to action. I got another meeting set up, which is great. In fact, they actually said, hey, it's going to be good for us to get back together. But here's the key thing. Between now and that meeting, which has to occur after they take care of a couple other major things going on in their company, I need to remain engaged with them to continue the conversion process. You see, converting goes both ways. I've got to be able to demonstrate to the customer, this prospect, enough value-added questions, conversation pieces that get them thinking, that get them realize that I'm the only one that can provide them with the solution. And I've got to do that between now and our next meeting. Because what I've got to do is I've got to be able to convert them. But then they, in turn, are going to have to convert me, because I'm going to have to use this feedback, this commentary that they're going to be sharing with me, to craft my value proposition. Because the value prop I thought I was going to go in with is not going to work, because they've changed the rules of the game. You see, I can only close the deal when I have been able to travel down a street where I'm converting the customer and the customer is converting me. If all you're doing is throwing out a cookie cutter value proposition, don't blame me when your CTAs start getting ignored. Don't blame me when your close ratio goes south. In today's marketplace, the value prop must be converted. must be not just converted. It must be tailorized to fit the top one or two needs of the customer. And if it doesn't, how do we get to that? By asking better questions all along the way. If we're not sitting here asking better questions along the way, guess what? It's not going to happen. So ask yourself, what questions am I asking? I am taking a tremendous amount of time during the next 3 or 4 weeks between now and this next call to action meeting I'm going to have with this potential client to be posing a number of questions to them. And those questions really are part of my discovery phase. You see, what happened was I got a very quick buy from them, very quick yes from them early on, a couple months ago. But then they ran into some issues and it got delayed. And you see, what I found out was the realization that I raced forward too quickly with a value prop. Fortunately, I'm still in the game because I've been asking enough questions. You see, it's not the information we share, it's the questions we ask. If we want to increase our close ratio, we want to ensure our CTAs, call to actions, get acted upon, we got to do a better job at converting. And what does that mean? Having a better conversation focused on questions. Hey, my name is Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. This has been another The Sales Hunter podcast. What is it about? 2 episodes a week. One, a short one like this. Second one, really with a subject matter expert where we drill down deep on a bigger topic. My goal, to help you see and achieve what you didn't think was possible so you can help others see and achieve what they didn't think was possible. I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Great selling.